Good evening, everybody, and welcome into Clarinda's Cardinal Softball Stadium. We've got a very, very fun matchup set for you tonight. The Hawkeye 10 Conference Championship is what the people are calling it. The two top teams in the Hawkeye 10 are set to face off. The Clarinda Cardinals come into this one with so far, they have 2 losses in the conference. 17-2 is their record, whereas Creston comes in is at 13-2, so 2 very similar records. These two teams have met earlier this year. Creston was able to get a 10-2 victory there back on June 20th, that was. And this one, Alex, it should be a fun one. We've seen both these two teams play, or I've seen both these two teams play. Both these two teams have a lot of firepower behind their bats, and we should be a high-scoring matchup.
Yeah, you're right about that one. Clarinda's, I think, on a 9-game winning streak right now. That last loss came to Creston, if you believe it or not, and Creston is on a 1-game losing streak. And Creston, like you mentioned, this is the Hawkeye 10 championship for Clarinda, but it's not for Creston. They have a few more games, and this is one that Creston needs to take, and it's going to be crucial for them tonight.
Yeah, we can go ahead and kind of set the scenario here tonight. Again, like I said, the Cardinals come into this one 17-2. If they get the win, they clinch the conference outright, and that would bring 2 conference championships to the Cardinals this summer. It would move a conference. The boys baseball team has already clinched a conference championship. They were able to do that the other night against Glenwood, and then the Cardinals, Lady Cardinals softball team, trying to do that tonight here against Creston. As for Creston, they come into this matchup 13-2 in the conference, and you know they've got a little bit tougher. Well, not tougher, but they've got a little bit more things to do before they get the conference. First off, they have to win this one. Then they have to go off and can't lose 2 of their next matchups. They've got 4 more Hawkeye 10 matchups after tonight. They have to take on Denison twice, St. Albert once, and Shenandoah once. And that St. Albert team is definitely one to not sleep on. They've got one of the better pitchers in the conference at Ellen Army. So, you know, they're a good team as well. That'll be a fun matchup. But tonight we're set for this one. See if they can keep their hopes alive. They've got to win this one. Otherwise, Clarinda does take it. For the whole season, Clarinda comes into this one 29-6, and Creston comes in at 14-13. We'll go ahead and set the lineups for you really quick. We'll start off with the batting order of the visiting team, Creston Panthers. We'll go with the 1-2-3, Ava Adamson, Avery Staver, Jersey Foote. Then it goes Evie Marlin, Taryn Fredrickson, Sophie Hagel, Sydney Staver, Sasha Worster, Kennedy Strider, and J.C. Hansen. The defense for the Clarinda Cardinals tonight, Jersey Knight in center field. We'll do that a different way. On the in the circle tonight for Clarinda, Addie Wagner, set for her multiple games in this, or one of her multiple games in this season. She's had a very successful season so far. Excuse me if I'm a little late on some things. Varsity Bound has been, my source for stats has been down for quite some time today, and we're trying to get all that figured out with stats-wise, but we'll get some for you later on today. As I said, Addie Wagner in the circle. She'll be throwing to Ripley Sunderman. Then from first to third, Andy Woods at first, Janessa Woolsey at second, Brandon Isaacson at short, Annika Price at third. Then the outfield that never changes for the Cardinals from left to right, Presley Job, Jersey Knight, and Maddie Cole. Should be a fun matchup here tonight, Alex. You got any more thoughts before we get started?
Well, there's not really much to think about. This is just one of the bigger games that's going around here tonight, and it's going to be huge for both of these teams. And Clarinda, they really want to, have, like as you mentioned, the 2-team Hawkeye 10 champions. That's something you don't see every day, but hey, it's not normal around here, but it's going to be something that should be normal for Clarinda in these upcoming years.
Clarinda, their last Hawkeye 10 championship in softball came in 1973, according to Hawkeye10.org, their website there. As for Creston, they're familiar with being conference champions. They've taken the last 2. They're looking for their 3rd one here in a row. We're going to get set for the national anthem. We will be back for this fun Hawkeye 10 Conference Championship right after this. National anthem is done and over, and we are set for the Hawkeye 10 Conference Championship here in Clarinda. As I kind of stated earlier, Addie Wagner in the circle tonight for the Cardinals. She is getting set to pitch in her 12th game, so she's pitched in 11 so far, started 10. She's got an 8-2 record on the season. She's pitched in 51 innings. She's allowed 48 hits, 31 runs, 22 earned runs, and she struck out 27 with an ERA of 3.02. She's allowed opponents to hit a 233 off of her, and that's some good stats there for the sophomore Addie Wagner. Through 51 innings, she's going to set to face the firepower of this Creston offense, and we've seen it in multiple games. Alex, it should be a lot of fireworks between both of these two teams, because not only can Creston hit the ball, Clarinda can hit the ball very well as well. We'll see how this one matches up. Go ahead and give you again the first three batters for Creston here in this first inning: Ava Adamson, Avery Staver, Jersey Foot. All set to take the mound or take the plate in this this inning.
When you have that Ava Addison, this first batter coming up, she's their power hitter. She's the one that's able to get on base, and if Creston can get something going here in the first inning, it could be a fun game to continue to watch.
Ava Adamson, the junior, has 18 singles, 10 doubles, 3 triples, 8 home runs. She's drove in 23 runs, hitting an average of .443. So she's not only got power behind her bat, but she can also get on constantly, make contact constantly. She watches strike one go by for the 0-1 count. Here's Wagner's 0-1 pitch. Misses high for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ava Adamson is the team leader in hits for the Creston Panthers. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Wagner to Adamson. It misses high for ball 2. Also for Adamson, she has gotten on with the walk 7 times. It's one of the most on the team. It's the second most. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Hit on, going to get through third base for a single. Ava Adamson starts things off for Creston. Like I said, with that firepower, the crack of the bat puts a runner on first and a single for Creston. Brings up now Avery Staver, the left fielder for Creston. Staver, the sophomore, 25 hits, 12 singles, 7 doubles, 1 triple. She's also hit 5 home runs. She's drove in 22 runs, hitting an average of .352. As Wagner able to get strike 1 in early. And this matchup could be the battle between who can get up faster. You know, when it comes to these two teams, they're both so electric at the plate. It could come down to who can get up to that early lead and make it a foot race from that point on and just take it and run with it.
When you're right on that, Clarinda, they have a lot of, they can score points. So I think, did we watch a game that scored 19, I believe, in one?
Yeah, that was, they were able to put up, they've been able to put up more than 19 as well. They have a lot of success at the plate. Wagner able to get strike 2 there on Staver, move the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. We also know with Clarinda, they have the ability to come back from far deficits. We watched them come down 8 runs against Glenwood. They took that win 11-8 after going down 8-0 early. That one gets away from the catcher Ripley Sunderman, so Ava Adamson will move over to second on the pass ball, and it moves the count for Staver to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, it seems like some of the games that we've been watching recently, that's the main factor, is the errors that happen in some of these games. That's really the huge factor. I remember one game we watched recently, there was 5 runs scored just off of errors from the catcher to pitcher.
That pitch misses inside for ball 3 to move it to a full count. Here's the full count pitch. It is going to be strike 3 there. Addison Wagner able to get the first strikeout of the game for out number 1 on Avery Staver. That brings up Jersey Foot, the center fielder. Foot, the junior, 14 singles, 6 doubles. She's also got 6 home runs on the year. She has a team-leading 24 RBI, hitting an average of 338. She hits this one, pops it up. Shortstop Bryn Isaacson able to get underneath of it for the grab, and out number 2. And Evie Marlin, the shortstop, steps up to the plate. Marlin, the junior, 26 hits, 19 singles, 5 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run. Hitting an average of 433 on the year. She fouls that one back to move the count to 0-1. We mentioned it at the beginning of this game. People calling it the Hawkeye 10 Conference Championship. Technically not. It is for Clarinda. If they're able to come away with the win, they take the conference. But Creston still has 4 conference games to go. As Wagner gets Marlin to swing on and miss at that pitch, moves it to no balls, 2 strikes.
When you mention that, it's still always fun to watch this game because, you know, one team has the opportunity to win it all, and then the other team is right behind them, and they need this game to continue to stay in the race.
It's definitely a massive game for a lot of listeners tonight. You kind of look around the stadium. It is packed full. There's people all over the place watching this electrifying matchup. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Addie Wagner to Evie Marlin. It is low for ball 2, and it gets away from Sunderman. That'll move Adamson over to third. So now, if Evie Marlin's able to get on first with contact, you could probably see Adamson able to get in, depending on where the ball is hit. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It is hit on by Marlin. Hit to shortstop Bryn Isaacson, who makes the play at first for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the first, still 0-0. Clarinda hits their 1-2-3. Jersey Knight, Ripley Sunderman, Annika Price. We'll be back right after this.
Forget the ramps and hassles when hauling. They are built to tilt. Tilt bed trailers made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing.
We're excited to now offer one of the best tilt bed trailers on the market, ranging from 22 to 28 feet in length. And like everything we manufacture, these trailers are built to work, last, and make your life easier. All with confidence when you hook up to a tilt bed trailer made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing. Visit us online today at holsteinmfg.com.
I would recommend anyone looking for employment to come here just due to the fact that we offer a warm environment. The difference in departments that the CMHI and CUSO also offer give you a wide variety of job opportunities.
Some of the benefits I appreciate are the IPERS and the paid time off.
Dental, health, vision insurance.
I would recommend that you consider a career here because of the team atmosphere.
Because you can make a difference in people's lives, and you can make a difference in the world.
Taryn Fredrickson in the circle for the Creston Panthers here as they begin the bottom of the first. Fredrickson, the junior on the year, has pitched in 20 games. That's 19 games started. She got a 13-6 record with 113 innings pitched. She's allowed an ERA of 3.7. She allowed 129 hits, 83 runs, 60 earned runs, and 108 strikeouts. And Alex, that's a lot of innings pitched there for the junior Fredrickson. She's got a lot of experience this year. And she has experience against the Cardinals. She was the pitcher that Clarinda did face there in their first matchup.
Well, as you mentioned, you have the 113 innings pitched. She has over 1,500 on her pitch count. That's really high numbers.
Jersey Knight in the batter's box for the Cardinals. She swings on, misses at that one to move the count to 1-2 strikes. Knight, the junior, 16 singles, 6 doubles, 2 triples, 4 home runs. She's got 27 RBI, and she's hitting an average of 304. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Fredrickson to Knight. Swung on and missed by Knight. Taryn Fredrickson able to start things off for the Panthers with a strikeout here in the bottom of the first.
Now to bat, number 30, Ripley Sunderman.
Brings up the senior lefty catcher, Ripley Sunderman. Sunderman, 38 hits on the year. 33 of those are singles, 4 doubles, 1 triple. She's drove in 28 runs. She's also hitting an average of 325, I believe. That is a team third for hits. Thought it was first, but it's not. This one she's going to hit on to first baseman. That is Kennedy Strider, who makes the stop, steps on the bag for out number 2.
Well, if this game is going to be a defensive battle, this could be enjoyable to watch.
Both these two pitchers are very skilled in what they do and could make it a very defensive matchup as well. But also, like we've said, they have some power behind the plate as well. Annika Price, the third baseman, steps up to the plate. Price, the sophomore, 49 hits, 28 singles, 16 doubles, 2 triples, 3 home runs. She drove in 31 runs, hitting an average of .450 on the season. This one she swings on and misses to go down in the count. Oh, no balls, 2 strikes early. Price does lead the team in hits for the Cardinals. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Fredrickson to Price. High for ball 1. Fredrickson's 1-2 pitch to the sophomore Annika Price. It is swung on and missed by Annika Price. The Cardinals go 3 up, 3 downs. The Panthers are able to force them to do so. We'll go to the top of the second, still tied at 0-0 here on the KMAX stream at KMAland.com/Fuller Digital Solutions live stream. We'll be back right after this.
Since 1976, Smith Vending Canteen has believed in quality products, fair prices, with excellent service. Vending services include 24-hour micro markets, office coffee, and healthy options. What you need when you need it with bottomless break room. Choice Plus is Canteen's nutritionist-designed offering of snack options. Our dedicated and experienced staff serves companies, businesses, schools, and organizations across counties in Iowa, Missouri, and Nebraska. Smith Vending is a proud supporter of Cardinal Athletics.
Together, Wall of Fame and Creative Embroidery are your top choice for all of your promotion needs. Whether you need screen printing or embroidery, trophies or signage, Wall of Fame and Creative Embroidery is your locally owned in-house answer. We pride ourselves on giving your business the highest quality promotional items with the personal attention you've come to expect. We promise you the best quality for the best price. Wall of Fame and Creative Embroidery, your local answer. 1501 Zenith Drive, Sioux City.
The high-stakes matchup continues here as we go to the top of the second. 0-0 still after the 1 full inning. Addie Wagner set for her second inning in the circle. She will be facing, to start things off, Taryn Fredrickson. The next 3 batters for Creston: Fredrickson, Sophie Hagel, and then Sydney Staver. They're at their 5, 6, 7. Fredrickson swings on and misses at that first pitch from Wagner, moves it to 0-1. Creston was able to get started there in the top of the first with an Ava Adamson single. She was able to get all the way around to third where she got stranded. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That one is hit on kind of right off the not good spot of the bat and goes right back to Wagner, who's able to make the play at first for out number 1. Fredrickson hit that one with the inside of her bat and did not really go anywhere at all. Sophie Hagel, the second baseman, steps up to the plate for the Panthers. Wagner's first pitch to Hagel misses high for ball 1. Sophie Hagel, the senior, 16 hits on the year, 14 singles, 2 doubles. She's drove in 13 runs. She's hit an average of .262 and an on-base percentage of .400. This one, she fouls directly down. Moves the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. So now the 1-1 pitch from Wagner to Hagel. It is high for ball 2. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Wagner to Hagel. Hit on by Hagel. Shortstop Brenda Isaacson cannot field it cleanly, and she cannot make the play over at first. Isaacson was able to knock it down and stop the momentum, but it bobbled in her glove, and Hagel will take first.
Well, I know we kind of mentioned that before, but both of these teams, that'll be the one thing that really, that'll be the one thing that wins this game is, being able to not create any errors and just have clean softball being played.
Sydney Staver steps up to the plate, the designated player for Creston. She is hitting for third baseman J.C. Hansen in this one. Sydney Staver, the sophomore, 15 hits, 11 of those singles, 4 doubles. She drove in 7 runs. She's hitting an average of .349 and an on-base percentage of .420. Wagner able to get strike 1 in, move the count to 1 ball, 1 strike. Sophie Hagel over on first for the Panthers. That pitch is inside for ball 2. The 2-1 pitch now from Addie Wagner to Sydney Staver. Swung on by Staver. It's going to get by third baseman Annika Price. A single there for Sydney Staver. Puts runners on first and second for Creston with 1 out. The right fielder, Sasha Worster, steps up to the plate. Worster, the junior, 11 hits on the year, 9 singles, 1 double, 1 home run as well. She's drove in 9 RBI. She's hitting an average of .208 on the season. She's got it. Comes into a situation with runners on first and second with 1 out. Wagner's first pitch to her is in there for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, popped up out of play. Moves the count now. No balls, 2 strikes for Sasha Worster. Wagner was able to get up early in the count. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Misses low outside for ball 1, and it gets away from catcher Ripley Sunderman. She can't glove it cleanly, and it'll move the runners from first and second to second and third. Puts 2 in scoring position now for the Panthers with 1 out. Clarinda defense has to tighten up a little bit now with 2 runners in scoring position. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It is popped up by Worster. It is going to drop in center field. A single there for Sasha Worster. Scores a run as well and puts the Panthers up 1-0 here in the top of the second.
Big thing for Creston right now is that they're able to get on base right now. That first inning from Clarinda was not the best batting that Clarinda has had all year, and Creston's they're looking to get on base all night.
Hagel's able to get in there on the RBI single. Is now Kennedy Strider steps up to the plate. She pops one up. Center fielder Jersey Knight gets underneath of it for the grab, and looked like Staver tried to tag up, and she's not going to be able to get there in time. I don't know if that was a good throw in there from center fielder Jersey Knight to avoid a second run from being in a double play for the Cardinals. We go to the bottom of the second now. Clarinda able to get out of that one with just 1 run scored. Good job from their defense. We go to the bottom of the second, 1-0. We'll be back right after this.
Welcome to your exclusive presentation of Clarinda Cardinal Athletics on Forward Digital Solutions. Now we begin our live coverage and hope you enjoy the broadcast.
Forget the ramps and hassles when hauling. They are built to tilt. Tilt bed trailers made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing.
We're excited to now offer one of the best tilt bed trailers on the market, ranging from 22 to 28 feet in length. And like everything we manufacture, these trailers are built to work. last, and make your life easier. Haul with confidence when you hook up to a tilt bed trailer made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing. Visit us online today at holsteinmfg.com.
Since 1976, Smith Vending Canteen has believed in quality products, fair prices, with excellent service. Vending services include 24-hour micro markets, office coffee, and healthy options. What you need when you need it with bottomless break room. Choice Plus is Canteen's nutritionist-designed offering of snack options. Our dedicated and experienced staff serves companies, businesses, schools, and organizations across counties in Iowa, Missouri, and Nebraska. Smith Vending is a proud supporter of Cardinal Athletics.
Bottom of the second set to begin here in Clarinda. Clarinda going to bat their 4, 5, 6. Bryn Isaacson, Presley Job, and Janessa Woolsey will all see the plate. Isaacson up first. She watches ball one go outside. Isaacson, the freshman, 41 hits, 27 singles, 9 doubles, 2 triples, 3 home runs. She hits this one on. It's going to get through for a single and a base runner for the Cardinals, as Isaacson's able to get on first with the single, and Presley Job, the senior left fielder, steps up to the plate.
That was the one thing that Clarendon needed after having a 2-strikeout first inning. That was just something. To have the first batter on base is exactly what needed to happen.
Your defense was able to tighten down and not allow more than just that one run there in the top of the second. You'd like to be able to put one back as well here in this inning, as Job watches strike one go by. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Fredrickson to Job. Swung on, missed for strike number 2. Ava Adamson throws it down to first, as Isaacson was kind of not looking to get back anytime soon. Isaacson was able to get back in time. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Fredrickson to Job. Swung on, it's going to drop in center for a single. Presley Job with the single. And that's going to be an error there for Creston. So after the single, an error puts the runners in scoring position for Clarinda and moves them to second and third, where Janessa Woolsey steps up to the plate with no outs. Woolsey, the freshman, has had a great season so far. She's got 34 hits on the year, 24 singles, 6 doubles. She's hit 4 home runs as well, 29 RBI. She's hitting an average of .395 and an on-base percentage of .464. Yet she comes into a situation with 2 runners in scoring position. The pitch to Woolsey inside, or in there for strike 1. Looked like it was going to go inside. Fredrickson able to work the strike zone, move it to 0-1.
Woolsey's one batter that Clarinda really enjoys to have up there. You know, she's able to hit the ball in play on really crucial positions of games.
Her and Knight lead the team in home runs with 4. She's down in the count 0-2 early. Here's the pitch from Fredrickson to Woolsey. Swung on and missed by Janessa Woolsey. A big strikeout there for Taryn Fredrickson to give Creston the first out at the bottom of the second. Janessa Woolsey goes down swinging. Andy Woods, the first baseman, steps up to the plate. Woods, the senior, 16 hits, 13 of those are singles. She's got 3 doubles, 11 RBI. She's hitting an average of .258 and an on-base percentage of .425. The lefty has the ability to get on base. That one goes outside for ball 1. Moves the count to 1-1. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Fredrickson to Woods. It is in there for strike 2. Fredrickson able to paint the outside of the strike zone there. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Fredrickson to Andy Woods. Swung on and missed by Andy Woods. 2 straight strikeouts for Taryn Fredrickson. Puts 2 outs now. And after the 2 singles to start the inning for the Cardinals, they have to get somebody on to score a run now as Addie Wagner, the pitcher, steps up to the plate.
And Frederickson, that was an impressive comeback just now. Just having 2 runners in scoring position on second and third and being able to strike out the next 2.
Frederickson's feeling it right now. She's able to get Addie Wagner to swing on and miss at that first pitch. Moves it to 0-1. Addie Wagner, the sophomore, 26 hits on the year. 25 of those are singles. She's got 1 double. 16 RBI. She's hit an average of 342. This one is going to be hit deep. Center fielder, Foot, able to get underneath of it for the grab and out number 3. So the Cardinals are able to put 2 in scoring position early with no outs, but then they leave them stranded. We go to the top of the third. Creston leads at 1-0. We'll be back right after this.
Together, Wall of Fame and Creative Embroidery are your top choice for all of your promotion needs. Whether you need screen printing or embroidery, trophies or signage, Wall of Fame and Creative Embroidery is your locally owned in-house answer. We pride ourselves on giving your business the highest quality promotional items with the personal attention you've come to expect. We promise you the best quality for the best price. Wall of Fame and Creative Embroidery, your local answer. 1501 Zenith Drive, Sioux City.
To the top of the third we go. Creston leads at 1-0 here in Clarinda. They're set to bat their 1-2-3. Ava Adamson, Avery Staver, Jersey Foot up to the plate for them. Adamson, who was able to get on with a single, get all the way around to third where she got stranded, steps up to the plate first. She fouls that one back for the 0-1 count. We've mentioned it a ton already tonight. Clarinda looking to clinch the Hawkeye 10 Conference Championship. They're looking to match what the boys baseball team was able to do last week. They were able to get a win over Glenwood that gave them the outright conference championship. If Clarinda is able to win this one, they will take the outright conference championship in softball as well. Addie Wagner gets Adamson to swing on and miss at that pitch. Moves it to 0-2. Wagner able to get up early in the count. This one she misses outside for ball 1. Wagner will look like she was trying to work a changeup there. Misses outside.
Well, on the Creston side, you mentioned as for this game being Hawkeye 10 championship for Clarinda, they'd have to go on to win the next 5, including this one. They'd have to play St. Albert, Shan, and Denison Swedgelag twice just to be an outright as well.
That pitch misses for ball 2. And again, if Creston is able to get this one, they put themselves in really good position because they get the 2 wins over Clarinda when it comes to if these 2 teams did happen to tie with conference records, they would hold the tiebreaker. Adamson is able to battle back, move it to a full count. So now the full count pitch from Wagner to Adamson. It's hit on third baseman Annika Price, able to glove it and make the play at first for out number 1. That was a hard hit ball from Adamson, and Annika Price able to make the stop and the throw.
Now to bat, number 23, Avery Staver.
Avery Staver, the left fielder, steps up to the plate. Staver did strike out there in her first at bat. Wagner's pitch misses outside for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Wagner to Staver. Swung on, Staver pops it up. It is going to be tracked down and caught by center fielder Jersey Knight for out number 2.
And just in the 3rd inning already, Jersey Knight's made basically a name for herself in the outfield. She's been covering basically 2 counties worth of softball field.
She was able to make that nice grab and throw there in the last inning and was able to catch a tagging runner. As now Foote steps up to the plate. She hits one that's going to drop in left for a single. Jersey Foote wastes no time here in her second at-bat. She'll get on first there with the single. Puts a runner on first for Creston and Evie Marlin, the shortstop. Marlin grounded out there in her first at-bat. 2 outs for the Panthers. Marlin swings on. That was a deep, hard-hit ball. That was a long ways. It goes foul, by the way. That was long gone, though, if it was in fair territory. That one would have bounced into the tennis courts for sure if it was straightened out a little bit.
That's a long way, too.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. It is inside for ball 1, and Foote takes off. She will get underneath the tag for the stolen base. As Foote is a little shaken up there on the tag. She stands up, looks to be all right. But she'll be given the stolen base there as Foote's able to move from first to second. Here's Wagner's 1-1 pitch to Evie Marlin. Misses outside for ball 2. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Wagner to Marlin. Marlin pops that one up. It'll go, not be grabbed, but it'll go foul. Andy Woods is not able to make the grab over on first in foul territory to get out of the inning, but it moves a little bit closer as 2 balls, 2 strikes is the count for Evie Marlin.
I'm not sure. It is a little windy here tonight, so the ball in the air may have a little, change in direction every once in a while, but...
Here's the 2-2 pitch from Wagner to Marlin. In the dirt way before the bag, and Foote did get a good lead, but she's chased back by Sunderman. Moves it to a full count. This is a big pitch right here. Full count pitch with 2 outs and a runner on second for Creston. Wagner's pitch is hit by Marlin, goes foul down the third baseline to keep us at a full count. You mentioned the weather. It's a very cool night tonight here in Clarinda, especially for July 1st.
It's odd, yes. I think it's 72 as a high.
The wind is blowing a little bit as well. Here's the full count pitch again. This one is fouled. That'll go out of play as well. Keeps us at full count for another pitch. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Addie Wagner to Evie Marlin. Marlin able to get a good contact, going to be caught there by left fielder Presley Jobe to end the inning. She's able to track it down and make the grab. We go to the bottom of the third. Creston still leads at 1-0. We'll be back for the Clarinda 9-1-2 hitters. That's Maddie Cole, Jersey Knight, Ripley Sunderman. We'll be back right after this.
Welcome to your exclusive presentation of Clarinda Cardinal Athletics on Forward Digital Solutions. Now, we begin our live coverage and hope you enjoy the broadcast.
Forget the ramps and hassles when hauling. They are built to tilt. Tilt bed trailers made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing.
We're excited to now offer one of the best tilt bed trailers on the market, ranging from 22 to 28 feet in length. And like everything we manufacture, these trailers are built to work, last, and make your life easier. All with confidence when you hook up to a tilt bed trailer made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing. Visit us online today at holsteinmfg.com.
Bottom of the third set to begin. Taryn Fredrickson again in the circle for Creston. She'll be facing Maddie Cole, the right fielder, for the first time tonight of Clarinda. Fredrickson able to get strike one in on Cole early. Maddie Cole, the sophomore, 34 hits on the year, 27 singles, 5 doubles, 1 triple. She was also able to get a home run. That happened there in the last game against St. Albert. This one, she pops up. Jersey Foot, the center fielder, gets underneath of it for the grab in out number 1. That brings Clarendon out of the top of their order for the second time tonight. Jersey Knight steps up to the plate.
Now to bat, number 2.
Knight struck out there in her first at-bat. Here's Fredrickson's pitch to Jersey Knight. Misses for ball 1. And, you know, Fredrickson is definitely very good in the circle, but the Cardinals probably not super satisfied with the way that first time through went for them tonight. They were able to get 2 hits. Britton Isaacson and Presley Joe were able to get 2 hits, but I'm sure they're looking to do more damage than that at the plate. They've been able to do it all year. As Knight fouls that one down the third baseline to move it to 2 balls and 1 strike.
And yeah, as you like you said, Clarinda's, I think we went over it once earlier in the year. Clarinda hadn't went in a game that was under 6 runs that in a win if they scored 6 or more normally. And yeah, going in that first order and only getting 2 hits, it's, you got to think a little and, at least get some bags.
Fredrickson moves the count to 2 balls, 2 strikes. This one misses inside for ball 3. Moves it to a full count for Jersey Knight. Here's the full count pitch from Fredrickson. Swung on, hit foul down the third baseline to keep us at full count. As for Creston, they also have some firepower behind their bats, and this game they were, they're in their first time through. They've got through there in the second inning, but they're in their first time through. They were able to get 3 singles and a run scored, so they probably want some more as well. As both these two teams very, very aggressive at the plate all year. Here's the full count pitch from Fredrickson tonight. Fouled directly back into the fence. So keeps us at full count again. Fredrickson's pitch to Jersey Knight. Swung on and missed by Jersey Knight. Taryn Fredrickson's pump there in the circle as she's able to get another strikeout and bring out number 2 for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the third.
Now to bat, number 30,
Ripley Sunderman, the catcher, steps up to the plate. Sunderman grounded out there in her first at-bat. She hit one directly back to first. She watches ball 1 go by. Here's the 1-0 pitch. This one's hit on. It's going to go foul down the first baseline to move the count to 1-1.
And Fredrickson, with that last strikeout, that's her 5th strikeout of the game. And on the season, she's up to 113 strikeouts through 20 games.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled, out of play. Moves it to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Both these two teams have 2 losses in the conference. Creston's 2 losses have came 1 to Atlantic and 1 to Kemper Catholic. And as for Clarinda, they dropped one to Creston earlier this year. They also lost one to Atlantic, as this one is fouled out of play. Keep it at 1 ball, 2 strikes for Ripley Sunderman. So both these teams did split with the Atlantic Trojans, who are also a very, very solid softball team here in the Hawkeye 10. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Just misses for ball 2.
Well, the thing in the Hawkeye 10 this year for softball, all of these teams can win games. There's a few that are at the bottom of the Hawkeye 10 that aren't really, you don't have to really worry about them as much. But they're the top 6 are all very dangerous teams and can take any games from anyone.
That pitch was fouled back out of play, and you're absolutely right when it comes to teams like St. Albert and Shenandoah. You know, they're not at the top of the conference, but they have the firepower to do some damage. Sunderman is going to hit one, is going to be drop in center field. Big error there from the two outfielders as Sunderman will end up on second. Looked like Jersey Foot and Sasha Worcester didn't really communicate there in the outfield. They ran into each other. It hit Foot's glove, and it drops. It'll put Sunderman on with the error.
To be able to extend the inning for Clarinda is like very huge to have. To go down, you know, have another 3 up, 3 down inning, to have someone on second base is much better.
Clarinda does extend the inning. Annika Price steps up to the plate. Price struck out there in her first at-bat. She swings on and misses at that first pitch from Fredrickson to move it to 0-1. We know Price has the ability to drive in runs. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit on, fouled, directly back, moves it to 0-2. Fredrickson so far tonight doing a good job of getting up early, putting some pressure on these Cardinal hitters to swing the bat and try and make contact. Seen a lot of 0-2 situations. Here another 0-2 pitch. This one is just misses for ball one. Fredrickson thought it was in there for strike 3. She started celebrating, called ball, and that was a really good pitch. Must have been a little bit high. So now the 1-2 pitch from Fredrickson to Annika Price. This one's hit on by Price. It's going to go to third baseman. That'll be J.C. Hansen, who makes the play at first for out number 3. So the Cardinals are able to put one on with an error, but they go scoreless here in the bottom of the third. We go to the top of the fourth. Creston leads at 1-0. They will hit their 5, 6, 7. Taryn Fredrickson, Sophie Hagel, Sydney Staver. We'll be back here on the KMA stream at KMAland.com/Fuller Digital Solutions live stream right after this.
I would recommend anyone looking for employment to come here just due to the fact that we offer a warm environment. The difference in departments that the CMHI and CUSO also offer give you a wide variety of job opportunities.
Some of the benefits I appreciate are the IPERS and the paid time off.
Dental, health, vision insurance.
I would recommend that you consider a career here because of the team atmosphere.
Because you can make a difference in people's lives, and you can make a difference in the world.
Since 1976, Smith Vending Canteen has believed in quality products, fair prices, with excellent service. Vending services include 24-hour micro markets, office coffee, and healthy options. What you need when you need it with bottomless break room. Choice Plus is Canteen's nutritionist-designed offering of snack options. Our dedicated and experienced staff serves companies, businesses, schools, and organizations across counties in Iowa, Missouri, and Nebraska. Smith Vending is a proud supporter of Cardinal Athletics.
Taryn Fredrickson up to the plate for the Panthers here to start the top of the fourth. Creston leads at 1-0 after 3 full innings. Addie Wagner in the circle for the Cardinals. She gets set to face Fredrickson for the second time tonight. Fredrickson grounded out directly back to Wagner in her first at-bat. That pitch misses for ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Wagner to Fredrickson. Misses, low outside, ball 2. It's been kind of the tale of 2 completely different pitchers tonight, it feels like, Alex. Feels like Wagner, you know, she's not getting down in the count a ton, but she's been getting, you know, down there a little bit. 3-0, 2-1 situation. This one moves to 2 balls, 1 strike because Fredrickson fouls that one back. Whereas Taryn Fredrickson able to get a jump on early on all the Cardinal batters and put pressure on, move it to 0-2 a lot. But it's been working for both these teams so far.
And Clarinda's more of a defensive team. They're able just to use their defensive players, their shortstop, their second baseman. And those 2 players right there, Isaacson and Woolsey, they're 2 of the better infielders on this team. And it looks like, just looking based off of stats, that Creston is able to just use Fredrickson. She averages basically a strikeout per inning. And both of these teams are just, you know, different on the defensive side.
After Fredrickson fouls one directly back to move it to 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wagner misses that pitch to move it to a full count. And you're kind of right. When it comes to the Cardinal pitchers, they're looking to put the ball in the strike zone and make your team put it in play so their defense can put it away. This one goes directly to Annika Price, the third baseman, who makes the play at first. And just right on cue, as I was saying, Wagner puts one in the strike zone. Fredrickson puts it in play, and Annika Price cleans it up for the ground out. The six hitter for Creston steps up to the plate. Sophie Hagel, the second baseman. Hagel was able to get on with an error there in her first at-bat. She was able to get around and score Creston's run. As Wagner able to get up in the count 0-1. Here's the pitch from Wagner to Hagel. Popped up by Hagel. It's going to be tracked down and grabbed there. Right fielder Maddie Cole gets underneath of it for out number 2. And Alex, like, this game is kind of turning out to be so far a little bit different than what I pictured. I know both these teams have good defenses. I'm not saying that, but these two teams at the plate have been dangerous all season long, and so far the defenses have been playing excellent. Wagner able to get Staver to swing on it, miss at that first pitch, moves it to 0-1.
Yeah, I know we were talking about it during the break, and this is a little different for both of these teams, but this is something that they need to get used to. You know, that's coming towards the district time, and
Jersey Knight loses that one out in center field. She's not able to make the grab, and Sydney Staver will end up on second. And didn't hit the glove there of Knight, but she was in position. She just, I don't know if she lost it there last second. But Staver looks like she'll get on with an error. Move her over to second, and Sasha Worcester steps up to the plate. Worcester did drive in Creston's first run with an RBI single in her last at-bat. She comes into a situation with 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Wagner misses the strike zone for ball 1. So now with a runner on second for Creston. Wagner's 1-0 pitch is hit on by Worcester. It's going to be grabbed there. Andy Woods gets underneath of it for the grab. And out number 3, we go to the bottom of the 4th here in a defensive matchup. 1-0. Creston leads it. We'll be back right after this.
Together, Wall of Fame and Creative Embroidery are your top choice for all of your promotion needs. Whether you need screen printing or embroidery, trophies or signage, Wall of Fame and Creative Embroidery is your locally owned in-house answer. We pride ourselves on giving your business the highest quality promotional items with the personal attention you've come to expect. We promise you the best quality for the best price. Wall of Fame and Creative Embroidery, your local answer. 1501 Zenith Drive, Sioux City.
Clarinda set to hit their 4-5-6 here in the bottom of the 4th. They trail it 1-0. As Isaacson steps up to the plate for the second time tonight, she watches strike 1 go by. Isaacson there in her first at-bat was able to get on with a single. She was able to move around to third before getting stranded. This one she's going to hit straight to shortstop, Evie Marlin, who cannot make the play over at first. Looked like that was just a perfect spot there for Isaacson. She was able to run it out.
It seemed like she had her wheels on that one. She was moving, getting to first base.
And we'll go ahead and get that an infield single. As it fielded cleanly, the throw was clean. Isaacson able to just run it out and end up on first with an infield single. Presley Job steps up to the plate. Job was able to single there in her last at-bat, but an error moved her to second instantly. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Fredrickson to Job. Job fouls that one directly back to go down early 0-2. So the 0-2 pitch from Fredrickson to Presley Job, the senior, misses high outside for ball 1. Ava Adamson tried to throw it down, see if she could catch Isaacson sleeping over on first. Isaacson able to get back in time. The 1-2 pitch from Fredrickson to Job. Swung on, fouled directly back. Keeps us at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's one thing Job's been able to stay in this count is, fouling him back. Going down 0-2 early is not the main thing you want to have happen.
Clarinda's been able to make contact so far tonight. Just haven't been able to get a ton going. Here's the 1-2 pitch. This one's hit on. It's going to go to shortstop Evie Marlin, who turns. Cannot make the play over at second. It goes right off of Isaacson. She's going to take a quick time to shake it off. That one will go down as an error as Marlin looked to turn over to second, see if she could catch Isaacson. Isaacson misses the glove there of second baseman Sophie Hagel. And Isaacson's able to end up safe on second. And Clarinda was in this similar situation there to start off their second inning. Isaacson and Job both getting on early. This time, instead of being on second and third, they're on first and second. As Janessa Woolsey, the second baseman, steps up to the plate. Woolsey did strike out there in her last at-bat. Fredrickson's second time facing Woolsey. Woolsey swings on and misses at that one to move the count to 0-1. The Cardinals being aggressive at the plate. Both these teams being very aggressive at the plate, swinging at anything that's close. And contact has been made by both teams quite often, but nothing else has really been able to go. Woolsey's able to drop that one in right field for a single. Isaacson will round 3, head home. Job will end up on third as it does get behind the right fielder, Sasha Worster. That one was going as a single for sure, and I think the run was scoring no matter what, but because of the error and stuff, it moves the runners from first and second to second and third.
And that was the one thing that Clarinda needed right there. And there's no outs, 2 runners on base. They could put a real dent on this game in just the 4th inning so far.
We'll go ahead and give Janessa Woolsey the RBI single, but she was able to end up on second after it got behind Sasha Worster. Now Andy Woods steps up to the plate. Woods, the first baseman, did strike out in her first at-bat. Creston having an infield quick conversation as the Cardinals, now with no outs, put 2 runners in scoring position. That pitch in there for strike 1 on Andy Woods. Here's Fredrickson's 0-1 pitch. It is outside for ball 1. Adamson behind the plate does have a nice frame. She's able to move the ball closer to the strike zone. Been pretty good. I've seen that a couple times tonight. Been pretty good so far. Woods fouls that one out of play. Moves it to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And the other thing is that, we've heard a few crowd, changes on both sides from just the umpiring. And, he's calling the game both sides. It's not happening for just one thing, and that's, unlucky for both sides.
A pitch misses outside low for a 2 ball, 2 strike count. Again, 2 runners in scoring position here as Andy Woods' 2-2 pitch misses for ball 3. Fredrickson kind of looked in shock there in the circle. She thought that one had worked its way into the strike zone. It just misses to move it to a full count. So now the full count pitch from Fredrickson to Woods. It is low outside for ball. No, it's in there for strike 3. I was kind of confused there because it looked like Fredrickson was not happy about the call, and then it's ended up called strike 3. So that brings up Addie Wagner. And Wagner takes time, steps out of the batter's box. One out now for the Cardinals as Fredrickson's able to tally up her 6th strikeout of the evening. That pitch misses low for ball 1. Wagner popped up there in her second at bat, or first at bat, excuse me. This is her second. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's inside, low for ball 2. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Fredrickson to Addie Wagner. Swung on. Wagner does make contact. Evie Marlin's able to make the stop, but Wagner will run it out. An RBI single, and there's going to score even more runs. The error as Janessa Woolsey gets in, moves Wagner over to second now. And that's a big error there as Woolsey was hesitant. She waited for the throw from Marlin over to first. She then takes off. Then first baseman Kennedy Strider throws it over to third, trying to get Woolsey over on third. It gets away from third baseman Hansen and scores another run for the Cardinals. They lead this one 3-1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Creston going to have a conversation with their entire infield.
And that was the one thing that was basically a game changer right there. Creston was, able to, keep Clarinda in that momentum swing where they'd, get one on base and then they'd get out of the inning. But that 3 runs right there, that's a huge for Clarinda. Right now, they're controlling this game.
Wagner was getting on there for sure. So no matter what, it'll go down as an RBI single, and then another run will score after with the error. As Marlin did, she had to dive out. She made a nice stop at it. She threw it over to first, and it wasn't able to get there in time. It was a clean play, clean grab, clean throw. But the throw back to third, trying to get Woolsey, scores another run for the Cardinals. Puts them up 2 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. There's going to be a courtesy runner for the pitcher, Addie Wagner. I think it's Stevie Wilmus. Maddie Cole, the 9-hitter, steps up to the plate for the Cardinals. Fredrickson's first pitch misses outside for ball 1. Maddie Cole popped up there in her first at-bat. And she looks to continue this rally for the Cardinals with 1 out and a runner on second. That pitch in there for strike 1. That pitch in there for strike 2 now. So Fredrickson able to go up 1-2. That one's hit on by Cole. It's going to go foul. It'll be out of play into the stands that are full here tonight for this really exciting Hawkeye 10 matchup. Everyone was trying to get out of the way. And like I said, the stadium is filled to the brim tonight here in Clarinda. Cole fouls that one back out of play again to keep it at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You can kind of see it on the video screen, but the outfield, you don't really see that many people out there ever, but it is packed tonight.
Maddie Cole fouls that one back, keeps us at 1-2, excuse me. Over in left and right field, something that hasn't been here, I don't believe, since I've been here this year. They've got stands in both of those, so some bleachers for some people, and then also lined up along the fence with their chairs and everything. It is full here in Clarinda. That pitch from Fredrickson misses high for ball 2. The 2-2 pitch, Cole swings on, it's going to go by for a single. Stevie Wilmus will hold up at third. And Maddie Cole end up at second, and that's going to be another error that's going to score another run for the Cardinals. Stevie Wilmus gets in, Maddie Cole ends up on third. And now Coltens will hold up at third as almost another error there for the Creston Panthers. Goes over the head of catcher Ava Adamson, or it goes over the head of, pitcher Karen Fredrickson. Adamson had to step away from the bag to go and grab it, and it almost scored another run for Maddie Cole, but Cole gets on with a single. Then after a series of errors from the Panthers, another run scores and Cole ends up on third with one out.
We mentioned it before. This game is going to be the error game. Whoever creates the most errors, and right now that is Creston.
Clarinda turns now to the top of their order. Jersey Knight steps up to the plate for the third time today. She struck out twice. She watches strike one go by for the 0-1 count. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Knight looked to bunt. She fouls it. Fouls it off, moves it to 0-2. And this is a situation that Jersey Knight has seen twice so far tonight, I believe. She's been down in the count early. We'll see if she's able to battle back and do something in this at-bat with a runner on third and one out.
And that's the one thing that surprised me. Jersey Knight hasn't been able to get on base all night, and Clarinda's still been able to score some runs.
0-2 pitch misses for ball one, moves it to 1-2. Jersey Knight does have an on-base percentage of .529 on the year. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Fredrickson to Knight. Knight swings on, fouls, but it's going to be grabbed there by Adamson for the strikeout. Another strikeout for Fredrickson. Puts two down for the Cardinals. They still have a runner over on third. As Ripley Sunderman, the catcher, steps up to the plate. Sunderman hits this one foul down the first baseline to go down 0-1. Sunderman so far tonight, she was able to get on with an error there in her last at-bat. She did ground out in her first. Maddie Cole's over on third for the Cardinals. Here's Fredrickson's 0-1 pitch. Swung on by Sunderman. It's going to drop in center for an RBI single. The Cardinals are up 5-1 here after a 5-run bottom of the fourth, and that's so far. And now, we just mentioned it, Alex. We talked about how that first time through, the Cardinals maybe not feeling satisfied with the way that they were doing at the plate. Now they kind of have to be. Here in this inning, they've been able to bat in five runs, thanks to the help of 5 singles now. 5 singles and some errors that have been able to score runs as Annika Price, the third baseman, steps up to the plate. Price struck out in her first, ground out in her second. She watches ball 2 go by.
And the other thing that's happening for Clarinda that's really helping is that with these errors that are occurring, they have smart base runners out there, and they're able to just get around and, you know, they won't get into any situations.
Price levels that one. Deep left field. It is gone. Annika Price adds on 2 more runs. A 2-run shot puts the Cardinals up 6 runs, and wow, when it rains, it pours for them. They are up 7-1 here in the bottom of the fourth. And you could tell as soon as Price made contact with that one, it was deep. It was almost bouncing into the tennis courts. That was a ways out there.
That is her 4th on the year, and that is crazy. Clarinda's now 7 runs in 1 inning when we assumed that this game after 3 was going to be an all-defensive game.
This game has taken a certain turn in a situation which, you know, not going to say I didn't expect it, because both these teams, like I said multiple times, have the ability to score runs very easily, and the Cardinals showing that here in the bottom of the fourth. Their 4-hitter, Bryn Isaacson, steps up to the plate. Fredrickson misses the strike zone for ball 1. This is Isaacson's second time up to the plate in this inning. She was able to get on with a single there in her first at-bat where she was able to get around and score. This one goes to third baseman J.C. Hansen, who's able to make the play over at first for out number 3. The Clarinda crowd kind of disagrees with it, but regardless, out number 3 for the Panthers. They're able to finally end it, but the Cardinals plate 7. We'll be back for the top of the 5th right after this. Again, Cardinals lead at 7-1 here in Clarinda.
Forget the ramps and hassles when hauling. They are built to tilt. Tilt bed trailers made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing.
We're excited to now offer one of the best tilt bed trailers on the market, ranging from 22 to 28 feet in length. And like everything we manufacture, these trailers are built to work. last, and make your life easier. All with confidence when you hook up to a tilt bed trailer made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing. Visit us online today at holsteinmfg.com.
I would recommend anyone looking for employment to come here just due to the fact that we offer a warm environment. The difference in departments that the CMHI and CUSO also offer give you a wide variety of job opportunities.
Some of the benefits I appreciate are the IPERS and the paid time off.
Dental, health, vision insurance.
I would recommend that you consider a career here because of the team atmosphere.
Because you can make a difference in people's lives, and you can make a difference in the world.
Kennedy Strider set to bat for the Panthers here to start off the top of the fifth, and the Panthers really kind of could use something there after that explosive bottom of the fourth for the Cardinals. They were able to plate 7. That came with the help of a couple RBI singles, an RBI single for Ripley Sunderman, RBI single for Addie Wagner and for Janessa Woolsey, and then of course it ended with the Annika Price. Well, it didn't end, but Annika Price was able to hit a 2-run shot right before that inning ended, as Strider hits this one directly to Bryn Isaacson, the shortstop, who makes the play at first for out number 1. And now the Cardinals look to just play cleanly defensively. They've been able to do it pretty cleanly so far. I believe there's just one error for them in the field.
And that's the thing that Clarinda is known for. They can play defense. Their fielders are very nice, and they're able to play, they're able to corral it most of the time.
Creston turns to the top of their order now. Ava Adamson steps up to the plate. Adamson did single there in her first at-bat. She grounded out in her second. She's set for a third time at the plate tonight, as Wagner misses the strike zone for 1 ball, no strikes. There's the 1-0 pitch. Misses low outside for ball 2. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That one is low for ball 3, so 3 straight balls for Addie Wagner. Puts Adamson up 3-0 in the count. That one did get away from Sunderman. Wagner misses on 4 straight balls. She puts a runner on first for the Panthers as Ava Adamson with a 4-ball walk. As Clarinda going to come have a conversation with their defense. You can kind of tell by the body language they're still feeling good after that really big bottom of the fourth. When it comes down to what softball and baseball too is you move from how you did in that last inning. They've got the confidence right now. Momentum is definitely swinging towards them.
Well, the thing was, before that 7-run inning, it was a dud, so Clarinda's still on that defensive side that's able to just shut down Creston.
So after that conversation at the circle for the Cardinals, Wagner set to face Avery Staver.
Now to bat number 23, Avery
Staver
Staver.
popped out there in her second at bat. She struck out in her first. Wagner misses the strike zone for ball 1. As the sun's just starting to go down, it gets a little bit chillier here tonight, and this odd July 1st weather. Wagner misses the strike zone for ball 2. 6 straight balls. She looks to regroup and find the strike zone here on this pitch. That pitch is in there for strike one. So Wagner, after throwing those 6 straight balls, she is able to regroup and make the strike. Moves the count to 2 balls and 1 strike. Creston with a runner on first. Here's the pitch. That one's low inside for ball 3, and Ripley Sunderman threw it down, see if she could get Ava Adamson. Actually, I believe, no, it is Ava Adamson. Just checking to make sure there wasn't a courtesy runner, but the Panthers elect to keep Adamson over on first, even though she's the catcher. Here's the hitter's count for Avery Staver. She swings on. She drops that one in left for a single, at least, as Job tries to throw it in. It'll be with the fielder's choice, she's able to move over to second. So 2 runners in scoring position now for the Creston Panthers with 1 out, as they could really use an answer. Jersey Foote, the center fielder, steps up to the plate. Foote did get on with a single there in her last at-bat.
When it seems as if both of these teams just flicked a switch and was able to, create some offense.
Offensively, they've been hitting the ball well here in these last, so far what we've seen from Creston, they've been hitting the ball well here in the top of the 5th. Foote fouls that one down the third baseline. Moves the count to no balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Wagner to Jersey Foote. Swung on, that one's fouled the other direction. Moves it to 0-2. Wagner able to get up in the strike zone early. There's the 0-2 pitch, just misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one's hit on, popped up. It'll be foul, but Andy Woods is going to get underneath of it for the grab and out, number 2. That was a big one there, and that's a frustrating out there for a batter as Foote hits that one foul, but it's going to be grabbed.
Now to bat, number 9, Evie Marlin.
And Evie Marlin, the shortstop, steps up to the plate. Marlin grounded out in her first, popped out in her second. And she really could use a base hit here, could the Creston Panthers, as they've got runners on second and third. They need to do some damage. They trail it by 6 runs here in the top of the 5th.
Well, in this position helps Clarinda out a little bit. They just need to focus on the player at the plate now with the 2 outs, and second and third they don't really have to bother with.
That 1-0 pitch swung on, fouled, back, moves it to 1 ball, 1 strike. When it comes down to it defensively, Wagner has been doing her job by just putting the ball in the strike zone. The Panthers have been putting it in play, and then the Cardinal defense has been able to clean it up. Wagner with just the 1 strikeout so far in this one. This one's going to be hit on. It'll drop in left field, so 1 run will score, and another run will score as well as Staver gets in, and it moves Evie Marlin over to second. And that was big for Creston. They were able to put on 2 runs here in the top of the 5th after that Evie Marlin 2 RBI single.
Now we're creating some offense, and Creston, this could be their inning. They need to just, create some rallies. There is 2 outs. Just 2-out rally is a little scary, but they're going to play without a care in the world.
Taryn Fredrickson steps up to the plate. She's grounded out twice in this one. She hits it to shortstop Bryn Isaacson, who can't field it cleanly. She will be able to pick up the ball and hold Evie Marlin over at third. Puts runners on the corners for Creston after that error there from shortstop Bryn Isaacson. Two RBI single there from Evie Marlin. Puts 2 runs on for Creston. She's over on third now, and Taryn Fredrickson's over on first as Sophie Hagel, the second baseman, steps up to the plate. We might have a courtesy runner in for Fredrickson. I didn't catch if anybody came in or not. There will be a courtesy runner for the pitcher, Fredrickson. Give me a minute and I will give you Sydney Staver will be the courtesy runner in for, no, not 16. That'll be Cora Smith. So Cora Smith will be the pinch runner, courtesy runner in for Creston. Creston has runners on the corners here for Sophie Hagel. Hagel up in the count 1-0. That pitch gets away from Sunderman. It'll move Smith over to second. Put two runners in scoring position now for the Panthers. As they're right back in that good situation. They do have two outs this time. Well, they had two outs in the last situation as well, but they still have two outs. Here's the 2-0 pitch in there for strike one. So now the 2-1 pitch from Addie Wagner to Sophie Hagel. This one's hit on. It's going to drop, but it'll be foul. Moves it to 2 balls and 2 strikes. And now Wagner looks to close out this inning. She evens out the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. As we mentioned, these two teams looking to chase the title, the Hawkeye 10 Conference title. If Clarinda wins, they get their first conference championship since 1973. That pitch misses high for ball 3. Moves it to a full count. Creston, on the other hand, looks to make it 3 straight. They won it in 2022, 2023. Here's the full count pitch from Addie Wagner to Sophie Hagel. Hagel fouls it down the third baseline, almost into the home team dugout. Keeps us at a full count. Here in the top of the 5th, the Panthers were able to plate 2 so far. They've got 2 runners in scoring position. They're looking to do some more damage after giving up a 7-run bottom of the 4th. Here's the full count pitch. This one's hit on. Hagel makes contact, goes to shortstop Brandon Isaacson, who can't field it cleanly, but she will try to make the throw over to home. It won't be there in time. 2 runs will score on the Sophie Hagel fielder's choice. Actually, it'll probably go down as an infield single there for Sophie Hagel. And the Panthers are feeling it now as well. They've plated 4 here in the top of the 5th. They trail it just by 2 runs. And it looks like Addie Wagner will be done in the circle. They're going to move to Mallory Woods. Mallory Woods, the freshman, definitely not a stranger to the circle for the Cardinals. She's pitched in 18 games, 12 games started. She's got a 10-3 record, 84 innings pitched. She's allowed opponents to hit a 249. She has an ERA of 3.08. She's also struck out 58. Like I said, she has the most innings pitched out of everybody on this Cardinals bullpen. We'll let her warm up. We'll be back for the rest of this top of the 5th and the rest of this fun Hawkeye 10 matchup right after this.
Since 1976, Smith Vending Canteen has believed in quality products, fair prices, with excellent service. Vending services include 24-hour micro markets, office coffee, and healthy options. What you need when you need it with bottomless break room. Choice Plus is Canteen's nutritionist-designed offering of snack options. Our dedicated and experienced staff serves companies, businesses, schools, and organizations across counties in Iowa, Missouri, and Nebraska. Smith Vending is a proud supporter of Cardinal Athletics.
Welcome to your exclusive presentation of Clarinda Cardinal Athletics on Fuller Digital Solutions. Now, we begin our live coverage and hope you enjoy the broadcast.
Sydney Staver steps up to the plate for the Creston Panthers with 2 outs and a runner on second. She will be facing Mallory Woods, the first Panther to do so tonight. As Woods, first pitch goes to, Staver hits it to third baseman Annika Price, who cleans it up, makes the play at first for out number 3. So Mallory Woods comes in for 1 pitch. She gets it done here in the top of the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Clarinda leads at 7-5. We'll be back on the KMAX stream at KMAland.com/Fuller Digital Solutions live stream right after this.
Forget the ramps and hassles when hauling. They are built to tilt. Tilt Bed Trailers made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing.
We're excited to now offer one of the best tilt bed trailers on the market, ranging from 22 to 28 feet in length. And like everything we manufacture, these trailers are built to work, last, and make your life easier. All with confidence when you hook up to a tilt bed trailer made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing. Visit us online today at holsteinmfg.com.
I would recommend anyone looking for employment to come here just due to the fact that we offer a warm environment. The difference in departments that the CMHI and CUSO also offer give you a wide variety of job opportunities.
Some of the benefits I appreciate are the IPERS and the paid time off.
Dental, health, vision insurance.
I would recommend that you consider a career here because of the team atmosphere.
Because you can make a difference in people's lives, and you can make a difference in the world.
Welcome back here into Clarinda. Clarinda set to hit their 5, 6, 7 here in the bottom of the 5th. Presley Job steps up to the plate, and they look to continue their night at the plate after that running off from that last inning where they were able to play all the way through and score 7 runs. They lead at 7-5 here in Clarinda as Job hits this one directly to third baseman J.C. Hansen, who does make the play over at first for out number 1. In Creston, I really like the way when they're playing defense in the infield, you know, they like to move around and they like to pump it up a little bit. They play with some intensity here.
Well, the thing is, they're pumped up. They're fired up right now after that 4-run inning. They were down 7-1 as of like the beginning of the 5th inning, and now it's a 2-run game. This is the game to stay in now. This is exciting.
They were able to really draw themselves closer. They needed those runs to keep this one close, and now they really made it close. 2 runs is the Cardinal lead. Janessa Woolsey steps up to the plate. This one she fouls back. It goes out of play into the stands. Woolsey got on with a single where she drove in a run and scored a run in her last at-bat. She did strike out there in her first. Woolsey down in the count 0-2. Nobody on and 1 out for the Cardinals. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Misses high for ball 1. You know, if you're Clarinda, like I said, you'd love to run off where you left off there in the bottom of the 4th. As Fredrickson's able to work strike 3 in there. That was a nice low inside pitch that just grazed the strike zone for strike number 3.
She had a few of those, pitches she had, and she didn't appreciate the umpire's, his call there, and that was the one that she finally got.
Fredrickson up to 8 strikeouts on the evening so far. She now faces the 7-hitter of Clarinda, Andy Woods. Woods has struck out twice in this one. You watch this ball 1 go by. That pitch does miss inside for ball 2. Adamson couldn't glove it, and it looked like it was a good spot. Maybe it would have been called ball regardless, but if Adamson can glove that one cleanly, you maybe be able to see that one work into the strike zone. That one does miss high to move the count to 3-0. So, going to assume Andy Woods going to be given the red light here. She is. That pitch is in there for strike 1. Moves it to a hitter's count now for Andy Woods. Here's the 3-1 pitch. It is high inside, ball 4. Andy Woods takes a 4-1 walk as the 8-hitter, Addie Wagner, steps up to the plate. Wagner did drive in a run with a single there in her last at-bat. She was also able to get around, while her courtesy runner was able to get around and score as well. Looks like we might have a warning or something given away there to Creston. I don't know if it was on the Creston bench or if it was on head coach Dave Hartman. As Adamson tries to throw it down to Andy Woods over on first. Woods able to get back in time. That pitch did miss the strike zone there from Fredrickson. Moves it to a 1-0 count. Here's the pitch from Fredrickson to Wagner. She fouls it out of play. Moves it to 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on, contact is made. Wagner hits it directly to second baseman. That's going to be runner interference as it'll be runner interference as Andy Woods runs right into second baseman Sophie Hagel. And that'll be out number 3 there. We go to the top of the 6th. Creston looks to add on a couple more runs. They've got a little bit momentum going for them. They trail 7-5. We'll be back right after this.
Since 1976, Smith Vending Canteen has believed in quality products, fair prices, with excellent service. Vending services include 24-hour micro markets, office coffee, and healthy options. What you need when you need it with bottomless break room. Choice Plus is Canteen's nutritionist-designed offering of snack options. Our dedicated and experienced staff serves companies, businesses, schools, and organizations across counties in Iowa, Missouri, and Nebraska. Smith Vending is a proud supporter of Cardinal Athletics.
Together, Wall of Fame and Creative Embroidery are your top choice for all of your promotion needs. Whether you need screen printing or embroidery, trophies or signage, Wall of Fame and Creative Embroidery is your locally owned in-house answer. We pride ourselves on giving your business the highest quality promotional items with the personal attention you've come to expect. We promise you the best quality for the best price. Wall of Fame and Creative Embroidery, your local answer. 1501 Zenith Drive, Sioux City.
Mallory Woods gets set for her first full inning in the circle for Clarinda. It comes in the top of the 6th, and after the Panthers were able to plate 4 there in the top of the 5th, they're probably feeling it a little bit as well after they were able to face 4 batters and get the 3 outs in the last inning for the Cardinals. Mallory Woods faces Sasha Worster for the first time tonight. Worster hits this one. It's going to go directly to first, and nobody's going to be there as Andy Woods, the first baseman, runs up on it. Janessa Woolsey, the second baseman, did not move over to try and make the out, so I don't know if you mark that one as an error, or I think you'll probably have to mark that one as an error for the Cardinals. And the Cardinal infield comes in to have well, actually, the umpires are going to come in and have a conversation. I don't know if head coach Brad Knight of Clarinda wanted something. I think he signaled over to the home plate umpire. I think it might have been trying to signal some interference or something. But nothing is given as Worster ends up on first. Brings up the bottom of the order now for the Panthers, Kennedy Strider. Strider grounded out and popped out so far in this one. She hits it to second baseman Janessa Woolsey. Turns it over to 2, and they're unable to make the double play. Just barely is Strider able to run it out at first. But Janessa Woolsey does make the play at second for the fielder's choice that puts Kennedy Strider on first. So Strider's over on first now for the Panthers. Actually, they're going to have a pinch runner for the first baseman. We'll go ahead and catch that number for you as soon as we can.
Now to bat number 5, Ava Adamson.
Ava Adamson, the top of the Creston order, steps up to the plate. Cora Smith in again to pinch run this time for Kennedy Strider, the first baseman. Mallory Woods misses the strike zone on Ava Adamson. Adamson threw this one got on with a walk there in her last at-bat where she was able to get around and score. She also singled in her first at-bat. She grounded out there in her second. She comes in a situation with a runner on first and 1 out. Mallory Woods' 1-0 pitch inside for ball 2. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Mallory Woods to Ava Adamson. Swung on, going to be contact made. Janessa Woolsey cannot make the play at second. Fielding umpire was going to mark that it was an out, but it goes out of the glove of Bryn Isaacson. Janessa Woolsey did bobble it a little bit. She was able to make a clean throw, but Isaacson unable to glove it for out number 2. That puts runners on first and second now for the Panthers. And Avery Staver, the left fielder. Staver did single there in her last at-bat where she was able to get around and score. Outside of that, she's popped out and struck out.
That was the one thing that helped Clarinda really come, that explosive inning with the 7 runs. It was the errors, and Clarinda's now creating some of their own.
So now with Smith over on second and Adamson over on first for the Panthers, Staver steps up to the plate. Here's Woods' 0-1 pitch to Staver. It is in there for strike 2. Mallory Woods with a nice spot there just on the inside bottom corner. Able to make it an 0-2 count. Here's Woods' 0-2 pitch. Misses high outside for ball 1. And now the Cardinal defense really does need to tighten up a little bit. Creston has 2 runners on with 1 out. They can do some more damage here, and you'd like to be able to control that damage. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's fouled back into the fence. Moves it to, or keeps us at 1 ball, 2 strikes.
With the tying run on first, you start to get a little nervous when that situation comes ahead of you.
This finish is certainly going to be fun here in Clarinda. Both these teams playing for a lot. Creston playing for a chance to still win the title. Clarinda playing for the title. As that pitch misses low for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes is the count. After Staver goes down 0-2, she evens it up now at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Woods to Staver. Staver pops it up. It's going to go out of play to keep us at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Staver's been able to make contact in this at-bat so far. She's totaled up 3 foul balls. I've got her down for right now. Here's another 2-2 pitch from Mallory Woods to Avery Staver. Hit on by Staver. It's going to get in between first and second. 1 run will head home. She will be safe at the plate. So Cora Smith's able to get in and score a run for the Panthers. They draw it even closer. They trail just 1 run. And that does move Avery Staver over to second. Puts 2 in scoring position now for the Panthers with 1 out.
The tying run now is on third. This is huge for Creston to really come back into this one. They were down, as we said before, 7-1 at one point in time at the 4-run inning. Now they have that 1 tying run on third and the leading run on second.
So an RBI single there from Avery Staver puts a run in as Cora Smith was able to get in after she got on with a Kennedy Strider. Kennedy Strider was able to get in a pinch runner for her. Scores. Ava Adamson moves over to third. And Staver is over on second. Jersey Foote, the center fielder, steps up to the plate. Foote did single in her second at-bat. Outside of that, she's popped out twice. She's looking to bounce back from the one she just had. She popped up in foul territory. It's one that every hitter hates to see happen. As Foote fouls that one back to go down on the count 0-1. Jersey Foote has a lot of power behind her. She's got 6 home runs on the season. She's drove in 24 runs as well. I believe that's a team. Yeah, that is a team leading 24 RBIs. This one, she pops up deep in between tenor and center fielder. Jersey Knight able to track it down and make the grab for out number 2, but a run will score on the tag up, and we're tied at 7 apiece. The Panthers have scored 4 and 2 so far in the 5th and 6th inning. As the RBI sacrifice fly from Jersey Foot brings up Evie Marlin, the shortstop. Marlin grounded out, popped out. Then in her last at-bat, she had a 2 RBI single where she was able to get around and score.
At one point in time, this seemed impossible with Clarinda's momentum. Creston they didn't fold, they came back, and now this is tied, and we're set for an exciting end.
You knew that both these two teams had it in them. They have those explosive innings. They're able to score a lot, and that one's going to get by Sunderman, and luckily takes a nice bounce off the backstop. Sunderman's able to just turn around and make the grab. It'll hold Staver up at third. Staver did take off after that pass ball, but like I said, a nice bounce off the backstop. Sunderman's able to turn around and corral the ball before Staver can head home. Runner on third for the Panthers with 2 outs. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Marlin. It's outside for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes is the count. We're tied up at 7 here in Clarinda. It's going to be a fun one. Here's the 2-0 pitch. High, ball 3. Evie Marlin watches 3 balls go by. He goes up early in the count. Going to assume with 2 outs, probably going to be given the red light on this one. We will see. With a runner on third, you never know as well. Here's the 3-0 pitch from Mallory Woods to Evie Marlin. It is in there for strike 1. Mallory Woods was able to paint that inside bottom corner that's been successful for both pitchers, or all 3 pitchers tonight. The umpire's been favoring that bottom left corner. We've seen it a couple times already. Now a hitter's count for Evie Marlin. Here's the pitch. Swung on. It's going to be foul down the third baseline and moves it to a full count. So now after going up 3-0, Mallory Woods has brought this one to full. Here is the pitch with a runner on third and 2 outs. It is hit on by Marlin, popped up, left fielder Presley Job gets underneath of it for the grab, and out number 3. She's able to track it down and make it look easy. The Panthers are able to plate 2, though. We go to the bottom of the 6th, tied at 7. Fun finish. Stay tuned here on the KMA X stream at KMAland.com/Fuller Digital Solutions live stream. We'll be back right after this.
I would recommend anyone looking for employment to come here just due to the fact that we offer a warm environment. The difference in departments that the CMHI and CUSO also offer give you a wide variety of job opportunities.
Some of the benefits I appreciate are the IPERS and the paid time off.
Dental, health, vision insurance.
I would recommend that you consider a career here because of the team atmosphere.
Because you can make a difference in people's lives, and you can make a difference in the world.
Clarinda set to bat. Their 9-1-2 hitters. Maddie Cole, the right fielder, steps up to the plate. Cole, in her last at-bat, was able to get on with a single where she was able to get around and score. On that single, there was a couple errors that did score in runs. Here, she's going to rip one in between second and first. She'll run it out for the single. Leadoff single for Maddie Cole. Brings Clarinda to the top of their order for Jersey Knight.
This is just what Clarinda needed. They needed something right away, and they needed it fast. They need momentum, and they need it quickly.
Jersey Knight has been struggling a little bit tonight at the plate. She struck out 3 times. She looks to make this one different. This one she pops directly up. Sophie Hagel, second baseman, gets right underneath of it for the grab and out number 2. Maddie Cole looks stunned as she didn't even move from the base, and Hagel aggressively tagged her. But Jersey Knight does pop up for out number 1. We go to Ripley Sunderman, the catcher. Sunderman with an RBI single there in her last at-bat. She was able to get around and score a run as well. She hits this one directly back to Fredrickson. Fredrickson turns it to 2, and the play is unable to be made. They're going to call her safe. Shortstop. That's not Evie Marlin anymore. Looks like we've got some defensive position changing. That's going to be Ava Adamson, who's on short. She's trying to argue the call.
Yeah, that can really go both ways. The ball looked like it fell.
It did drop. Adamson's trying to argue that she picked it up in time before Maddie Cole did slide in. That was going to be a difficult call to. You're not going to be able to do anything about it now, I don't think. Dave Hartman comes out and had a quick conversation. Now the umpire crew having a quick conversation as well. They're going to talk about this one, see if any of the others were able to see any different angles. But yeah, like I said, Adamson was trying to argue that she picked it back up in time before Cole was able to get there. I'll go ahead and look and see if there's, I'm looking right now to see if there's any other defensive changes. And they are going to call her out. They're going to reverse. I don't know if I've ever seen a call be discussed and reversed in high school. And now head coach Brad and I is going to have a conversation because, you know, it's so difficult. The second base coach was there, or the umpire was there. The fielding umpire was there to see the call, and then the home umpire is going to call it off. But it's so much later after the conversation.
Yeah, I don't think my memory is that perfect that I can remember that.
And Brad Knight, you know, comes out, has a conversation, but now you really can't get anything to change because you're not going to see it change twice. But that was something there. Maddie Cole's going to be called out on second in a very tight aim with now 2 outs. Annika Price steps up to the plate. She fouls that one back for the 0-1 count. Ripley Sunderman up on first. And we'll see if that has any see if that call has any effect on how this outcome goes. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Fredrickson to Price. Misses outside for ball 1.
Price is, you know, she's looking just to hit one right over the fence once again.
I also have starting to figure out the defense a little bit. Adamson over on short. Evie Marlin's over on third now. Fredrickson's 1-1 pitch misses outside for a 2-1 count. We know what Annika Price did there in her last at-bat. She had a 2-run shot. Here's the 2-1 pitch. This one is outside for ball 3. Fredrickson can't believe it. Moves the count to 3 balls, 1 strike. So now the hitters count for Annika Price. Here's the pitch from Fredrickson. Hit on by Price. Going to be a nice grab there. Evie Marlin able to make the stop, or for the grab, a line out for Price, and the Panthers are able to hold the Cardinals scoreless. And we will see if that call has any effect on this one. The controversial out on second of Maddie Cole. We'll see how this one goes. We'll be back for the top of the 7th right after this.
Since 1976, Smith Vending Canteen has believed in quality products, fair prices, with excellent service. Vending services include 24-hour micro markets, office coffee, and healthy options. What you need when you need it with bottomless break room. Choice Plus is Canteen's nutritionist-designed offering of snack options. Our dedicated and experienced staff serves companies, businesses, schools, and organizations across counties in Iowa, Missouri, and Nebraska. Smith Vending is a proud supporter of Cardinal Athletics.
Together, Wall of Fame and Creative Embroidery are your top choice for all of your promotion needs. Whether you need screen printing or embroidery, trophies or signage, Wall of Fame and Creative Embroidery is your locally owned in-house answer. We pride ourselves on giving your business the highest quality promotional items with the personal attention you've come to expect. We promise you the best quality for the best price. Wall of Fame and Creative Embroidery, your local answer, 1501 Zenith Drive, Sioux City.
Time now for the 7th inning here. We're tied at 7 apiece. It's going to be a very fun finish here in Clarinda. Mallory Woods gets set to start the 7th inning in the circle. And after the Cardinals doing up 7-1 in the bottom of the 4th, the Panthers have been able to plate 6. They plated 4 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th. They look to get up, score just one more here and take a lead here in the top of the 7th. Then again, they will have to await the bottom of the 7th, see what the Cardinals can do at the plate. Taryn Fredrickson, the pitcher, gets set to start things for the Panthers. Fredrickson got on with an error where she was able to get around and score, or her courtesy runner was able to get around and score. This one she's going to hit to right field. Maddie Cole makes the grab for out number 1. Cole ran up on that one, tracked it perfectly, made the snag. And Fredrickson goes down after swinging at that first pitch. Sophie Hagel, the second baseman, steps up to the plate. Hagel got on with a single where she drove in a run in her last at-bat. Also there in her first at-bat, she got on with an error where she was able to get around and score. And this is her first time facing Mallory Woods, however. Is that Woods' first pitch inside high for ball 1.
That was exactly what Clarinda needed to start this inning. They had the 2 innings, and now they just need to keep Creston to that 0.
Here's the 1-0 pitch from Woods to Hagel. It does miss for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes is the count. That pitch in there for strike 1. Mallory Woods is still working that bottom left corner of the strike zone. All these pitchers have seen that this home plate umpire likes to call that one a strike, and they've been taking advantage of that. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Also in the same spot, in there for strike 2. Same exact spot. Mallory Woods fits it in for strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes is the count. Here's the 2-2 pitch for Mallory Woods to Sophie Hagel. It is going to where Sophie Hagel will take it. Hit by pitch. Some of the Cardinal fans trying to argue that it was she leaned in, Hagel leaned in. They're not going to get anything. Hagel will take first on the walk, on the hit by pitch. As Sydney Staver steps up to the plate. Staver got on with a single in her first at-bat, an error in her second at-bat. She then grounded out there in her third. So Mallory Woods gets set to face Sophie Hagel for the first time tonight, with a runner on first for the Panthers and 1 out. That pitch is low for ball 1. So now a 1-0 count for Mallory Woods. That one's going to drop foul. It did bounce fair, but it rolls to go foul.
Had that back spin.
Yep. So Staver will head back to the plate. Evens out the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. This one's popped up. It's going to drop foul down the just foul in right field. Moves it to 1 ball, 2 strikes. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes is the count here for Sydney Staver. And again, 1 out, runner on first for the Panthers. Mallory Woods gets her pitch. Here is that pitch. Swung on by Staver, goes foul down the third baseline. Keeps us at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tensions are tight here in Clarinda. It's a tight game here in the 7th inning. Here's another 1-2 pitch from Woods to Staver. Swung on and missed. And Sunderman tried to throw it down, see if she could get Hagel over on first. Hagel's able to get back in time, but a big strikeout there for Mallory Woods. That is her first, but it comes in a big time.
This at-bat is huge for Creston right now. Clarinda may be able to get that last run in that inning, and they need at least to get something here.
Now Sasha Worster steps up to the plate. She watches strike one go by early to make it an 0-1 count. Worster got on with an error in her last at-bat. She popped up in her second. She did have a single with an RBI there in her first. She's got a runner on first with 2 outs. Here's the 0-1 pitch, hit on by Worster. Andy Woods steps up. She's going to not be able to toss it over again. Janessa Woolsey was not over on first to cover the bag. That's twice that we've seen that same. I don't know if it's it definitely is a mistake, and that could have really been big because that could have ended the inning. And now it puts a runner on third for Creston. They've got runners on the corners with 2 outs. That was huge.
Now Mallory's just looking to get this last out here. This batter is what she has to focus on. That third base runner is, second to the batter up here. She needs to strike it out and just get out of this inning for Clarinda.
Kennedy Strider steps up to the plate. Strider popped up in her first at-bat, grounded out there in her second. She did get on with a fielder's choice in her third, where she had a pinch runner who was able to get around and score a run for the Panthers. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Woods to Strider. In there for strike one. Moves it to a 1-1 count. As I said, the tensions grow even higher here in Clarinda. Now the Panthers are threatening a run with a runner on third. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Woods to Strider. Strider swings on, fouls it, moves the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes.
And now that it's tied, it's the last inning. The crowd's really getting into it.
This is a big, big pitch here. Woods gets the pitch. The 1-2. Swung on and missed by Strider. Mallory Woods with 2 strikeouts in the top of the 7th. They hold Creston scoreless. We go to the bottom of the 7th where Clarinda looks to walk this one off. We're tied at 7 apiece. We'll be back right after this.
Forget the ramps and hassles when hauling. They are built to tilt. Tilt bed trailers made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing.
We're excited to now offer one of the best tilt bed trailers on the market, ranging from 22 to 28 feet in length. And like everything we manufacture, these trailers are built to work, last, and make your life easier. Haul with confidence when you hook up to a tilt bed trailer made at Holstein Fabrication and Holstein Manufacturing. Visit us online today at holsteinmfg.com.
Welcome back here into Clarinda. The Cardinals look to take. They got to score 1 run here in the bottom of the 7th. We're tied up at 7 apiece. Bryn Isaacson, the 4-hitter, getting things going for the Cardinals here. Isaacson hits that one foul out of play for the 0-1 count. Isaacson got on with 2 singles so far. She then grounded out there in her last at-bat. She has scored a run for the Cardinals tonight.
And Clarinda, these next 3 up, these are their home run girls. Isaacson, Job, Woolsey. These are the girls that hit home runs.
Isaacson able to hit one in between third and short for a single. Bryn Isaacson with a leadoff single to start the bottom of the 7th, and the Cardinals have a base runner with no outs.
With that winning run on first, Creston gets more nervous each time that base runner advances.
Again, what's at stake here? If the Cardinals are able to plate one, they take the win, and they take the Hawkeye 10 Conference, giving them a summer sweep as the baseball team was able to do it last week. Presley Job steps up to the plate for the Cardinals. She watches ball one go by. As that ball, the throwback from the catcher to Fredrickson, almost gets away from Fredrickson, but Hagel's able to back her up and make sure Isaacson doesn't move from first to second. Here's the 1-0 pitch. It gets away from the catcher. That'll move Isaacson over to second. I wish I could tell you the number of the catcher. I missed it in the last inning because of Adamson being over on short. It is Sydney Staver who's in to catch, and Joe will take first. I don't know if they... I missed what happened there. Did you see it?
I don't. I'm not 100% sure what happened there. It may have been an intentional
It might have been.
walk.
I think it was an intentional walk, so Joe takes first on the walk.
That's no outs. That's something different.
You understand with the runner on second, but then again, Janessa Woolsey steps up to the plate, and Janessa has a lot of success as well. Now with 2 runners on for the Cardinals, Woolsey watches strike one go by. She's got runners on first and second.
I do believe Woolsey is tied for first with this Clarinda team for home runs, so if she can get one over, this game could be over in a split.
This one's hit on by Woolsey. It's going to get by. Isaacson rounds 3. She goes home, scores! The Cardinals win it! 8-7 here in Clarinda. A walk-off single from Janessa Woolsey puts the Cardinals up, and they win the conference title.
That's a sweep for Clarinda with baseball and softball. That's impressive.
Clarinda wins their first Hawkeye 10 title since 1973. That's their second ever, as they do defeat the defending champs, the Creston Panthers. And now, like I said, again, the Cardinals, Hawkeye 10 champions for the first time since 1973. And head coach Brad Knight's, I believe, his second or third year here in Clarinda. And this Clarinda squad's young. They've got a lot to look forward to. They also have a lot more to look forward to this season. We've got 1 week until postseason play. Alex, what were your thoughts on the game?
Well, this game, it started off, oh my goodness, it was so boring to watch these first 3 innings. It was a 1-run score. Clarinda had that 7-run, 7-1 in the bottom of the 4th. Creston came back. This 7th inning, I was nervous for both teams. This was nail-biting, teeth jittering. It was awesome to watch. And Clarinda to just get both and hit the sweep, that's got to be special. Clarinda, you know, it's their first conference title at either side since 1973.
Yeah,
and the boys haven't won it ever, and this is impressive for both squads.
According to the Hawkeye 10, the boys have never won the conference title. Not sure if that one is true or not. But regardless, the Cardinals win it here. Softball is the Hawkeye 10 champions. They take an 8-7 win over the Creston Panthers. Go ahead and run over some stats for you real quick. Addie Wagner did start the night in the circle. She had a successful outing. Did allow those 5 runs as Mallory Woods comes in, allows just 2. She gets the win for the Cardinals. As for at-batting, Annika Price did have a 2-run shot. All this kind of came with the help of a 7-run bottom of the 4th. The Cardinals win at 8-7. You've been listening to the KMA Extreme at KMAland.com. For Tate and Amy and Alex Liss, saying have a great night. We will see you back here tomorrow where the boys take on Harlan. We'll be back then. See you then.